Economic inequality is visually represented through a world map highlighting wealth distribution. The world map shows a stark contrast between affluent and impoverished regions. Wealth distribution disparities are evident across different continents and nations. Income inequality is defined as the gap in income between the highest and lowest earners in a society. The Gini coefficient is a metric often used to measure income inequality. Income disparity reflects the uneven distribution of wealth within a population. The top 1% owns a disproportionately large share of global wealth. The bottom 50% owns a significantly smaller share of global wealth in comparison. Data visualizations clearly illustrate the unequal distribution of global wealth. Wealthy individuals and corporations derive substantial benefits from existing infrastructure. Market systems and legal protections provide a stable and secure environment for wealth accumulation. Higher taxes on the wealthy can be viewed as a return on the benefits received from these public systems. This contribution helps maintain and improve the infrastructure and systems that support continued economic success. Increased taxes on the wealthy can be allocated to fund essential public services. Funding education improves literacy rates and provides more opportunities for social mobility. Investment in healthcare leads to improved public health outcomes and increased life expectancy. Infrastructure development enhances connectivity and supports economic growth. Overall, societal well-being is improved through strategic investment in public goods. Underfunded schools and educational resources limit opportunities for students. Increased tax revenue can provide additional funding to improve educational facilities and resources. Improved educational opportunities can lead to enhanced learning outcomes and future prospects for students. Equitable access to quality education benefits society by fostering a more skilled and productive workforce. Overcrowded hospitals reflect the need for increased funding to ensure adequate healthcare access. Limited access to healthcare services highlights disparities in healthcare availability across different populations. Additional funding is crucial for improving healthcare infrastructure and expanding service capacity. Tax revenue can be allocated to support essential infrastructure repairs and upgrades. Deteriorating infrastructure, such as roads and bridges, highlights the need for consistent funding. Investing in infrastructure improves safety, transportation efficiency, and economic activity. Higher taxes on the wealthy are argued to potentially stifle innovation. Discouraged investment is a potential consequence of increased taxes on high-income earners. Slower economic growth is a projected outcome of stifled innovation and reduced investment. Opponents suggest that high taxes on the wealthy may lead to slower economic growth. Increased taxes may motivate affluent individuals to transfer assets to nations with reduced tax burdens. Capital flight involves the movement of assets and investments to countries with more favorable tax policies. This potential capital outflow raises concerns about reduced domestic investment and economic stagnation. A historical comparison reveals that the top U.S. tax rate in the 1950s was substantially higher than current rates. The difference in tax rates reflects significant shifts in economic policy and societal priorities over time. Higher historical tax rates correlate with different levels of government spending and economic distribution. Changes in tax policy can influence investment, economic growth, and income inequality. Tax loopholes enable some wealthy individuals to pay a lower effective tax rate than others. Capital gains advantages contribute to disparities in effective tax rates. The use of tax loopholes and capital gain strategies results in an uneven distribution of the tax burden. Closing tax loopholes is a crucial step in ensuring fair taxation. Closing loopholes aims to ensure that high-income earners pay their proportionate share of taxes. Tax loophole closures contribute to a more equitable distribution of wealth. Tax evasion poses a significant challenge to the effective implementation of wealth taxation policies. Offshore tax havens facilitate tax evasion, further complicating wealth taxation efforts. The existence of tax evasion undermines the intended redistributive effects of wealth taxation. Progressive taxation requires higher earners to pay a larger percentage of their income in taxes. Progressive taxation serves as a mechanism for reducing economic inequality. The goal of progressive taxation is to redistribute wealth and provide resources for public services. Regressive taxation involves lower earners paying a larger percentage of their income in taxes. This system can disproportionately affect lower-income individuals, increasing their financial burden. Regressive taxation can exacerbate economic inequality by widening the gap between the rich and the poor. The Laffer curve is a theoretical model illustrating the relationship between tax rates and government revenue. The curve suggests that increasing tax rates beyond the optimal point can decrease government revenue. The Laffer curve posits that there is an optimal tax rate that maximizes government revenue. Higher taxes can influence investment decisions by altering the expected rate of return. Increased taxes may reduce domestic investment as businesses seek more favorable tax environments elsewhere. International investment flows are sensitive to tax differentials, potentially leading to capital flight from high-tax jurisdictions. Tax policies impact the cost of capital, which directly affects the viability of investment projects. Wealth taxation's effect on entrepreneurial activity is analyzed. The creation of new businesses is examined in relation to wealth taxation. Wealth taxation can influence both the rate and scale of new venture creation. Higher taxes can potentially impact job creation and overall employment levels. Increased tax burdens may reduce business investment, leading to slower job growth. Some argue that tax revenue can fund government programs that indirectly stimulate job creation. The net effect of higher taxes on employment is a complex issue with varying perspectives. Fairness in taxation involves varying perspectives on the just distribution of the tax burden. Different viewpoints exist regarding what constitutes a fair allocation of taxes among individuals and entities. The concept of fairness in taxation is a complex issue with no single, universally accepted definition. Wealth taxation can potentially enhance social mobility, creating increased opportunities for individuals from lower socioeconomic backgrounds. Wealth taxation aims to redistribute resources, potentially leveling the playing field for disadvantaged groups. Increased access to education and resources can result from wealth taxation, promoting greater social mobility. A wealth tax levies taxes on an individual's total net worth, distinct from income-based taxation. Wealth tax serves as an alternative approach to traditional methods of wealth taxation. The base for wealth tax includes all assets owned by an individual, minus any liabilities. The estate tax is levied on the transfer of wealth upon an individual's death. The estate tax aims to address intergenerational wealth inequality. Estate tax serves as a mechanism for wealth redistribution. Tax revenue can be strategically invested in public goods and services to maximize societal benefit. Investing in public goods ensures resources are available for the collective well-being of the population. Strategic allocation of tax revenue enhances overall quality of life and promotes social equity. Prioritizing public goods fosters a more prosperous and equitable society for all citizens.